Our chief minister one day, when, in 2014, initial days when this new state was formed, he sat all of us around, including the bureaucrats. So we were having a conversation. One question he asked, he said, why should government be giving any clearance or any permission at all? Why should government give any clearance to an industrialist? Why can't we let them be? So all of our industry secretaries and commissioners were scratching their heads. What is the answer? What do I say to the chief minister who's asking me, challenging me rather, why should the government be in the business of giving approvals at all? They said, sir, but compliance, regulatory needs, if a disaster happens, how do we ensure that there is accountability, etc., etc. Then we found middle ground. We said, let's do this. Let's have an investor or an entrepreneur enter any enterprise, start day one without any clearance. Let them certify themselves that they are going to be in compliance with the law of the land. It's called self-certification. And simultaneously, let them put in a piece of paper or send an application online that I am going to be in compliance with the law of the land. Please give me permission, etc. Now then we created a legislation, an act called TS-I-PASS. Now TS-I-PASS, most of you who travel to the US or even who travel on the highways here, you have the fast tags, you have the easy passes. Similarly, what we created was TS-I-PASS. TS-I-PASS stands for Telangana State Industrial Project Approval Self-Certification System. So, if you don't hear back from the government after starting the construction of your factory on day one, this might sound too good to be true for some of you, but it is a fact. You can start construction on day one without panchayat approval, without municipality approval, without collector approval, without going to the secretary, without meeting the minister. In 15 days after you submit the application, if you don't hear back from the government, by statute, by law, on the 16th day, it's an automatic approval, it's a deemed approval. And one last thing I'll say.
Definitely this deserves a round of applause.
And in case you're thinking, does it really work or is this guy a politician so he's talking fluff? Let me tell you, in the last 10 years, I mean, I have not been a minister for the last 1 year, but in the last 9.5 years when we were in office, I can tell you that we gave more than 24,000 clearances and 99.9% were within 15-day window. And we attracted more than 3.5 lakh crores of investment. We've been able to create more than 2.4 million jobs of direct potential, which is 24 lakhs. And we continue to grow. That's why the GSDP grew. That's why the per capita grew. That's why all the other indicators. The last thing I'll tell you, policy disruption is also about bringing in accountability. It's not just about creating fancy policies. So one of the things we did, if a bureaucrat is held responsible for holding your file, for holding your approval beyond the 15-day window, then we can fine, the government can fine 1,000 rupees per day till such time as that bureaucrat clears it.